Hey guys, I'm Sam.
I'm Jody.
Welcome back to our channel, RZR Focused. Today we're going to get ready for our trail ride in Virginia, so we're going to do our first time oil change maintenance. So we have all the supplies we need. Let's get it going. Okay guys, if you start from the back of your machine and work your way down, you'll see an access right here, and you're going to see a 6mm Allen, and that 6mm Allen is what you'll use to at your drain. So let's bring it on back here, and we'll give the camera to Jody. Okay guys, 6mm Allen. We'll work my way under here. Some of y'all are probably thinner than I am, so you can get under here easier. And once you break it, I like to take my socket off. And just use the socket and get ready for a drain here. And you want to, when we retorque that, we're going to retorque it to 12 foot-pounds. One thing I've learned is don't over-torque your drains. I've seen people strip out oil drains and it's just not worth it. That oil looks good and clean, but it's the first time change the oil, so we're gonna let that drain. I like these pig mats that I use. You can get them on Amazon. They're oil absorbent pads, and they're called pig mats. Stuttering today. And it sounds like the crush washer just fell off. That's good. And so I'm just gonna let that set right here on this pig mat, and we're gonna go to the top. Okay everyone, so the oil filter is in between the seats. You could probably finagle it without taking these seats out. I am going to take the seats out, no harder than it is. I don't want to get oil on them in case I spill, so I'm going to just take those out real quick. Alright, now your seats are out. This little cover right here, you kind of pick up, you'll see your oil filter right there. So easy to get to. We're going to pop that off here in a moment. I'm going to put a pig mat under it just so we don't spill. So let's go to the back side now real quick. Alright guys, so the next step in preparation, and I did the oil first, the oil drain, so it can drain while I'm doing all this. If you remember when we installed this, how easy it was, we need to take it off, because that's where the oil fill is. So I'm just going to set that aside. And if you come right over here, Jody, you're going to get this little lever, pop that up, take that off, and you can see that one right there is the oil fill on the crankcase. So
With the orange dot.
the orange dot. And yours may or may not have an orange dot. That's from the factory. So we're going to go ahead and loosen that. And I'm a little short, so I like to loosen it, let the air flow through.
Does that help release the oil from
Just helps it drain a little faster. Just imagine turning a bottle upside down, completely upside down. When there's air in it, it goes faster. So, all right, so we are now ready to take the oil filter off. And I believe that is still draining on the bottom. Okay guys, time to get the filter out. And again, I like to keep my machine clean. And oil is one of those things that just seems to go everywhere, and it doesn't take much oil to make a huge mess. So I'm gonna put one of these pig mats under my oil filter. And it's kind of awkward to get your hands everywhere in there, but I'm just gonna kind of put it under there. And if I spill, that way it absorbs it. And then I'm gonna see if it's hand loosable. Sometimes they are, and it's not. So I'm going to use this handy dandy strap wrench, because you can't put a oil filter wrench on it where it's back in here. So let's try this.
You would have to take off all the cowling on the back.
Yeah, that would be such a pain
for. That would not be worth it.
And the way these work is just a strap goes around the filter. Again, I got to get it in there.
So it's adjustable for any filter size.
Any filter size. Now, they're kind of finicky, but just got to get it in there. Let's see if I can get a good bite on it. There we go. See that?
Woohoo, that was easy. Well, he makes everything look easy, so.
Well, thank you, Jody. So then I'll take this off. I got my pig mat under there. And there's going to be oil in it, so.
Do you need a bucket?
No, you couldn't get a bucket in there if you wanted to.
Well, I know when you take it off.
There we go, and good. See you can see what that pig mat did. It just sucks it right up. Get that light in there, you can see a little better.
Yeah.
See, that pig mat just absorbs that oil, keeps that from going everywhere. So that's the where the new filter will go. One thing you want to make sure is you make sure that rubber filter on your old filter comes off. I've seen people double those up on accident, and oil goes everywhere when you start your engine. All right, guys, we have our new filter, and this is a Polaris part number 2540086. And we did get a new crush washer as well. I do recommend that. That's for the oil drain plug, so we don't want to throw away the box just yet. So that's what your new oil filter looks like. One of the things that I always do, kind of old school, is I'm going to put my finger in the quart of oil and I'm going to lube that up to make sure it just gets a good seal. And when we put it on, we're just going to go hand tight and then an additional 3/4. Don't over torque your oil filter. I've seen people jab a screwdriver through them trying to get it, take them off because they get really messed up. So don't over tighten it. Just hand tight, and then another 3/4, and you're good. So let me get some oil for that. And the oil we're using is the Polaris PS4 Full Synthetic. I'm doing the Extreme Duty. And I'm just gonna open that up here. And then of course there's a little safety seal on it. I don't know about you, again, oil is toxic. Don't drink it. Don't put it in don't touch your lips. It's funny that people even have to say that. When I was a kid, I never thought about saying, hey, let's do that. But, I don't want anybody to say, Sam, you didn't tell us not to drink it, so I drank it. And it didn't go well. Well, it will not go well if you drink motor oil.
Or laundry detergent.
Or laundry detergent. Okay, so take all the grease off my hands real quick, oil, so I can get a good tight. And you can see again, I like to get it real nice and clean. Clean surface so it'll seal better.
As well as we're kind of neat freaks, so that helps us feel better.
Yes, and we use our machine. I mean, this is our first one. We've always used everything we have, but I like to take care of things. Maybe there's some of you out there like me. So see, I'm just going to spin it on. And this is where you check your oil as well, and you want to check it cold. But the specifications are 2.5 quarts. I wish they sold a 2.5 quart kit, but what they do is they sell it in 3 quarts, and then you got to measure out the half. So again, I am hand tightening. So I am hand tight, as tight as I can get it. I'm gonna get my handy dandy strap again. And I'm going to pull that tight so I can get a good, and I'm going to go and it was kind of loose because my hands are not that good, but you can kind of feel it. There you go. There we go.
Does it kind of stop? Is that what
It gets a good stop, yeah. So we're right at that 3/4. And we're good to go. So let's now put this back on. It pops in.
I think the bottom's first.
And there you go. So that's all back in. We'll go and put our seats in. And then we're ready to put the drain plug on. All right, guys, put the seats back in. Again, I love these easy access seats. Just slide it in, pop it on. You're good. Seats are back in. Let's go under it, put the drain plug back on. Okay, guys, that's your drain plug. That's your new crush washer. Just slide that on. I'm going to get under here and I'm going to double check and make sure that I have the old crush washer off.
We thought we heard it fall, but we want to check.
Yes, it's off. That's good. I'm going to clean the surface. And I'm going to hand tighten that on. And again, it's 12 foot-pounds. If you're using inch-pounds, you need 144 inch-pounds. 12 times 12. Now, I don't have the adapter for my inch-pounds, so I'm going to have to do this old school and just kind of feel that. So it is not going to be specific. If you hand tighten it without a torque wrench, that's on your machine. So there we go.
You just feel it stop?
You kind of feel as you do it, you kind of feel it. I've done enough oil changes in cars. You don't want to over tighten it. You can strip that aluminum though. And that's really the purpose, is you do not want to strip the aluminum. Okay, let's get that oil out of here. Let's get our tools out of here, and we're good on this end. It's time to start filling. Okay guys, time to put the oil in. Using a PS4 Extreme Duty by Polaris. Now this calls for 2.4 liters. So what I'm trying to figure out is basically 2.5 quarts. So you can only buy it in 3 quarts. At least where I did, they didn't tell me anything about a half quart. So I need 2.5 quarts. So I need to divide this half quart. Now my problem was I have a measuring cup here with cups, ounces, and liters. So I'm going to divide a half quart into milliliters, which is 476 milliliters. So I'm going to go and do that half portion first. So let's do 476 milliliters. So sorry, I've got to see here. And obviously I'm just going to go about between 450 and 500. So that's going to be the half quart. I'll save that for the next oil change. And I'll go ahead and dump this half quart in. And that way, at least I know I've got the half quart correctly. So let me dump in these 2 quarts, and then we'll be ready to go.
Woohoo!
And again, I'm a little short, so I got to use a ladder, but I do have it on my rollers.
And again, using a funnel makes it so much easier. Don't do it without a funnel. Unless you're extra.
Because that would not be very funnel.
Oh.
See what I did there, do you? And sorry about that flicker, guys. It's just that flashlight I use. I'll have to get a different light, because that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not bad.
All right.
Then do you always check it when you're done? Or no?
No, because I'm doing it to the factory specs. Some people like to just fill it and check it and put a little more. The owner's manual, factory says 2.5 quarts is all it takes. So I'm putting 2.5 quarts in. Same thing when I do my truck. My truck says it takes 6 quarts. I put 6 quarts in. Follow your manufacturer's instructions.
Yay.
And again, make sure you follow your manufacturer's instructions. Read your manual. You can take it to service and have them do it. Miss Jody and I just like to do things ourselves. So.
Well, the money we save on paying someone else to do it, we can do fun things.
Yes, so all right, so that is good and ready. I'm going to just start it up and get it circulated through. Okay guys, so we're back in the RZR here, and we're going to do the oil reset. And I've got to remember how to do this, so bear with me here real quick. Let's go to settings, go to general, and it may be under vehicle. It's under vehicle, oil life, and we're going to reset that. Yes, we want to reset the oil life, and there we go. It's set at 500 miles or 25 engine hours. So we're going to leave it at that, and we'll be good to go. So you're all reset and ready to get going on your next adventure. Let's give it just a little start here. Get the oil circulating. Good to go. Okay guys, again, thanks for watching us here at RZR Focused. We're so glad you've joined us. Stay tuned, we're going to have some trail riding going on here shortly. That's what we're getting ready for. and we're excited. So again, as always, have a blessed every day.
And stay razor focused.